What's going on? It is Devin, and I am here with another Wednesday night solo stream. Tonight, I am bringing you guys Teotihuacan, City of Gods. Where is it? There it is. Just got in the big old deluxe master set that I've been waiting, whatever, I don't know, year and a half or so for. I am excited to actually play it. It's kind of like whenever you give a kid a brand new toy. I just got this thing in on Thursday, and I thought this is the one I'm going to be streaming this Wednesday. Probably a very daunting task. I've only played Teotihuacan one time, and that was, I'm going to say, 2 or so years ago. I loved the game then. It just so happened that the Kickstarter for the deluxe set was like 2 months after I played it for the first time. I'm like, I'm gonna get that. I am very excited. Patrick, yes, I am here, the other half of Dads and Dice, and yeah, it is. Man, it's a sweet game. When I switch over to the camera here, you are going to see just how massive of a game this is, and this is set up for solo. Really putting the limits to my table, that's for sure, and I have things, like usual, pretty cramped in. So I will switch things off, and you will see that I'm having to do some kind of funky things here. Hey, I'm way over here in the corner. Yeah, that's right, because of just how big the board is. And then the fact that in the top right there, I actually have the solo box. So they have a full set of rules instructions here for the solo, but there is a user on BGG, I think I'm gonna butcher the name here, called Yan, something like that, that has made a app that basically automates the stuff for you, tells you what to do. Yeah, it's table presence. I'll never be able to play. Well, yeah, the table presence it's freaking awesome looking, but it is massive. And if you don't know anything about Teotihuacan, so much customability, right? So the whole idea is we are building up the city and the temple of Teotihuacan. So this is the pyramid. Or maybe not temple, pyramid. But anyway, this is the pyramid. These are decorations for it. And then, so all of that, of course, is randomized at the beginning. And then all of these boards, there's like a pre-printed base game. And then there's boards for all of the, not number 1 and 8, but all the other 6. And you just kind of randomize and put them out there. I have everything facing my way as to make it easiest, obviously, for me. But yes, you do that. These tiles are randomized. All of this stuff is randomized. This is like a tech tiles. They're all randomized. So much variable setup from game to game. Now, because I had not set it up, well, I've set it up once before, but basically, and number 4, it took me forever to set up. Then I tweak it. And then all this over here is my player board. It's a sweet dual layer player board. So many sections of things, and I'm only using about half of them. So this is resources. So the deluxe master set came with all the expansions, which I think is 11 modules total. I think, might be 10, but anyway, tons. And so like a good portion of this board and various different spaces are just for expansions. I'm playing just the base game, so this is just the base game set up. And there's just so much more cardboard, right? Something actually like connects into here for an expansion. There's a whole nother like map expansion thing. I cannot wait to dive into all this, but I thought for my first play, I'm just gonna do this. So, like I do a lot of times, but even more so, I am going to give a super high level overview. I have my solo rule book, and then I have my appendix that shows me what all this stuff means, and then I have my regular rule book. And I'm probably going to be stumbling through all of this, but I do have a sweet player aid. They made this awesome little double-sided player aid. So all of this is the modules and expansions. This side is the base game here. So again, very high level for a player's turn. There's really they say one of two things you can do, but really I'm going to say there's 3 actions that you can do, and that is going to be moving. We're going to have these dice around the board, and it's not rolling dice. That the pip is like kind of their strength, and then they'll upgrade as they go. But you can move them around, and you can collect cacao, which is like basically your currency to do any actions in the game. And then the other 3 resources are gold, stone, and wood. We are not playing with obsidian. That is an expansion thing. So you can move around the board and then collect cacao. I'll kind of show how that works once we do it for the first time, which will not be long into the game. Second thing you can do is perform the main action, which is the action of the actual board that you land on. So every time you move one of your dice, you choose which dice to move, and you can move it up to 3 spaces away. And so then you can perform the main action. There's a lot of them that are like charts. I can lift this up, kind of like this, right? So how it works is if you're using it with either 1, 2, or 3 of your dice in that location, and then whatever the lowest pip value of the dice is, right? So I'm doing a 2 action and my lowest pip value is 4. This is what I get, right? Pretty simple to read the grid there. That is how collecting, all the resources is going to be. So here, here, and here. And then the spending the resources works a little bit different. Some give like discounts for more dice. Some give just more victory points. It really depends on what action you're doing. But yeah, so you can perform a main action, or you can worship. And so that is going to be, there are 4 spots, 1, 2, 3, and 4, that you can kind of go into this section, and you can either worship at the temple, getting temple bumps, or take these discovery tiles, which are either a set collection if it comes to like these weird looking mask things, or they're just one-off abilities that you can use kind of at any time. And you can pay to do both. Not going to get into that, but whenever you do worship, there's actually like a little key symbol there. The dice is actually locked in that space until you unlock it. And so kind of the other thing you do with your action is you can do absolutely nothing and unlock all of your dice, or at any point in time you can pay 3 cacao to unlock your dice. That is very high level overview. I'm gonna switch over here to, so I didn't realize until after I went through the entire setup that this actually will randomize, tell you what starting tech tiles, what temple tiles, royal tiles, tell you what all tiles to use. We're going to ignore that top part because it doesn't matter. I already set it up the way I set it up. And these are going to be the starting tiles I can choose from. And really what I'm going to look at here is it's what resources I'm going to get, and then maybe any benefits. So this right here is referring to, the first 2 are referring to getting free upgrades. So you get the lowest valued upgrade, yeah. So like if I took this one, I get the lowest value upgrade, which is this one. They kind of go increasing that way. This one here, you bump up those 2 different tracks over here, and this here just gets resources. And then the numbers are where your dice are going to start. Now, we all know I'm a sucker for upgrades, and just kind of looking at the board, the top of these temple tracks, or the penultimate spot of these temple tracks, I should say, are an end game victory point condition. And this one here is having technology. 5 points. This is for every set of mask, you get to score it again. It's obviously just having more, up to 7. And then this is for every discovery tile that's not a mask, you get 2 points. So I think I'm going to do this one for sure. And I get to go on 4 or 5. That's these boards, okay. And I noticed, just real quick, this setup is really relatively rough in that, like, normally you get resources. Normally you get resources and then you dump them, right? Like a lot. This one, it's like you get stone, you spend stone over here, so it's 2 steps away at most. You get wood, you spend wood way over here, so it's 1, 2, 3, yeah, at least 2 steps away if you go like fully. And you get gold, and you spend the gold, no, you get gold here and you spend it here. You can also use the gold for technology. So, well, I do have it just pulled up on the side here. And it seems fine to me, so I'm not sure, Patrick, if it's you. I don't know, maybe if somebody else is there. Maybe if somebody else is there, they can say, but I show on my end it's looking good. So I'm going to continue on. Man, honestly, I kind of want to be greedy and take these. So you take the lowest number of tech tiles, so I'd actually get both these. This one is just every time you have a worker land or pass on number 1, you get a cacao. So a little bit of resource there. This one is when you unlock one of your dice, at least one of your dice on a turn, you get 4 points. Although, maybe I do that and it incentivizes me to, well, I'm going to be greedy. So I'm going to get this and this one. Okay, this is going crazy. Oh, it's telling me everything. All right, Dennis, good. The things look good. All right, so first, my starting resources. So I'm going to get the 2 lowest tech tiles. And that is this one, which is associated with the blue track. Which I think is this color. What is it? We're going to say it's this color. And this just kind of stands up here. And then I get this one, which is associated with the red track. And all that means is when you get a tech tile, you get the bumps. So I get a red track bump, which is a victory point. I'm winning the game. Might as well just call it quits now. And then a blue track bump, which is a resource of my choice. Let me think on that for a second. I'm also going to get 2 gold. And none of the resources are better than the others. Like a lot of times gold is wild or whatnot. That's not the case in this. They're all equal, used for different things. So I get 3 resources, and then I am placing a dice on number 4, which is here. Number 5, and all your dice always start as a number 1, which is here, and number 8, which is here. So let's think about what I'm going to want to do. I can come over here and get some more gold, and then here to spend it. So I could either, and that lets me buy some more technology. All right, so what if this costs 3 gold? What if I get this technology, which is this track? And so maybe I want a couple wood. Let's do that. Let's get a couple wood. I get a cacao. Why do I get a cacao? Sorry, I have to check why. I thought being the start player, I get 2. Did that change in solo? Let me just set up for 2 players, top right. You start the game, thus gaining 2 extra cacao. 2 extra. So I'm going to take one. I'm just kind of unsure why, but I am going to trust this. Sorry. And they come with these super deluxe components, right? It's all wooden. Everything is like wooden. There's a couple pieces of cardboard, something like this, but most part it's all wooden. And these cool trays. So anyway, can we get one more cacao? And then they are gonna get, I thought they started with some, but maybe not. They're gonna get 2 of each resource. I mean, it's neat because they actually use resources, unlike, you know, I would say a lot of bots or solos, or maybe I'm just used to a lot of Garfield bots that are all dirty cheaters and don't have to use resources, so maybe that's it. Yep, so Paul, that's what I'm looking at now. So they have an entire solo mode booklet here that walks you through everything, but there is a user, Yin, Y-I-A-N, on BGG that basically made it into a web-based app that automates it for you. So once I get past this opening, I'll show you kind of what it's going to do, but it just basically makes it easier to run. Okay, so they are going to get a two die in the gold deposit here, in the nobles here, in the construction here, and this one will be locked in number 7. Yeah, it's honestly very sweet. Okay, and then this is just neutral players. I don't actually think the pip values definitely don't matter, but they are going to be in the forest, which is here. This is just to make things more expensive or make it where you get more cacao. 7 here. Oh, here. And then the second neutral player is going on the stone quarry there, the gold deposit here, and alchemy board. Wow, 5 is overloaded, which means it's like super costly. I took those things thinking I would like move stuff there. I'm probably not gonna be able to afford it. Then the board setup, which again, Paul, I mentioned earlier, I set up the entire game and then realized this thing also randomized everything for me. So I now know that I don't have to figure it out myself. Okay, so what you're seeing now is this is like typically you would actually have these 9 tiles off to the side, and that is telling what the bot is going to do. And I bet if I show a quick little picture, here, if you can see, so normally you would roll a dice, there we go. You would roll a dice, and depending on what you get, 2 or 3, 4 or 5, 6, 7, 8, that is what the bot does, right? This is gonna automate it for it, plus walk you through the actions. So that's basically it, so I won't have to be rolling dice every turn. It's gonna do the thing for me. And then on the right side is how the tiles replenish. Because like if you do the top action, right, which is gonna be most common, it's 6, 7s, or 8s. This basically drops down and then you'll fill from there and then there, right? So like, I don't know. I think it'll make sense once we do it. Anyway, that's it. That's all I've set up. Now I am going to begin playing. So I took these 2 technologies. Let me. Oh, and I did not get this resource bump here. Well, I want to take gold to use it here. I want to take gold. I'm low on cacao. So how this works is when you go into an area, let's just shove all these guys over here. When you go into an area, you pay cacao equal to the number of different colored dice. So this is probably a better example. If I go here, you don't count the one that's there. There's 2 different colors, right? If this one goes here, there's only 1 different color, right? Yours doesn't count. So like this thing coming into here, I don't count the one that just placed. It's just this one. But when you go here, you do count yours because that was already existing there. That is the cacao cost to go there. So it cost me to go to this action 2 cacao. And then you do the action, right? So I'd have 2 dice. So I'd do the 2 dice. The lowest strength is a 1, so I'd get 1 gold. And then I would level up a worker. So to go here, it costs 4 cacao, and I don't even have that. Now, the other thing you can do is collect cacao. So I could actually move a guy here, and you collect based off that same system plus 1. So what I really like to do is, I still want to go there, maybe, but I also want to get more gold. Oh, I didn't pick what resource I was starting with still. This costs 3, and like if I'm thinking about taking the wood here, that seems good. So let's do it. Let's start with gold. The downside is wood. We'll try it. We'll see what happens. Okay. So for my first action, I think I'm going to move here. I could also spend all my cacao getting to do this, getting another resource, and getting this mask, which is again the set collection. There's going to be scoring 3 times. So I'm sorry, we're going to play every round. So after their turn, this is going to move. Once the Eclipse marker reaches here, we have a scoring event, and then we push this forward. So the first round is 10, then 9, then 8 turns, but there are things that can speed that up. Yeah, I think I want this to go here because if I move this first here, or maybe I don't collect gold at all and I just go here, collect cacao, because that is 5 and that seems good. And I don't want him to have a chance to move out. And then you never need more than 2 workers here. You just need 2 to do these bottom ones. Then I could like move one out. That sounds better than it is. Here I get a gold. My thing is, I don't know if I do this for turn 1. I don't know what I'm doing for turn 2. I guess technically I could leave the guy there. I mean, you don't need 3 workers there. But I could do this. Let's try it. I'm going to do that. I'm going to come here. And I'm just going to collect cacao. So there are 4 different colors there, plus 1. So I get 5. I'm going to have to spend 4 of it, basically my next turn. All right, so what they are going to do, they're going to roll the dice here. It's an 8, so they are going to construct. So it is going to ask, does Teotihuacan have 2 or more stone and at least 1 worker on the construction area? So they are yellow. They do have 2 stone, 2 or more. They do have a worker, so I'm going to hit good old yes. So they're going to spin the stone, place the leftmost pyramid. So we're going to look at it like this way, and it's left because then it'll fill. That's what works for me, since it's up and down. On top, onto the top left lowest level space available. While I look at this from left, I'm going to face the board regular. So top most, leftmost. Top left, lowest level space available. I'm going to say it's this one here. They're going to score victory points for the level. So it's a level 1, so they get 1 point. Now no longer winning. Whoopsies. Advance on the pyramid track. So every time you build on the pyramid or decorate on the pyramid, you advance on this. It's for end-round scoring. Advance on any temple by 1. Advance on its highest temple, ignoring topmost. So they're all the same, so it's going to do blue. Scores an additional 2 victory points. This represents average point the bot would for matching. Gotcha. So like they don't care about matching. They're just going to score another 2 victory points. Power up the worker. So it's going to a 3 on the construction board, and then, so because it is a 3, it will advance 1 space, and if it was a 4 or 5, it would advance 2 spaces. So it's just going to go there. Okay, that's not that hard. My oldest is scanning and uploading Plex stuff. I blame that for the stutter. Yeah, that's probably exactly it. Yeah, so that's all it does. So thankfully they have this where I'm not flipping through the rule book, figuring out what the actions are. Is there anything different here with the master set, or is it just deluxeified? I saw the whole box is ginormous. This is just the base game. I'm not playing anything extra. I want to do that. Hopefully that'll be a stream one day, but I'm gonna have to have a nicer camera and probably a bigger table, because it at least adds 2 more boards. So another board this size that connects, as well as one that's, I don't know, maybe 3/4 that size. Basically, I'm not using any of this, or like this. This is like a, what am I trying to say? Player powers, you know. So, not using any of those. Okay, so next up, my plan was to come here to here. I think I still do that. The reason is, it's not going to get any cheaper if I move this dice first. I also don't know that I want to go get stone. Maybe I'll regret that, but I don't think I do. Yeah, I don't think I do. Also, I want to make sure that yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and move here. So now I owe 4 cacao, so basically all that I had. And I have 2 workers, so typically you can only go to this row if you either are using a single worker that's a 4 or a 5, or you're using 2 workers. I'm using 2 workers, and I think I'm going to do this one. Although I really like this one as well. This one is basically, when you're using multiple workers, you can pay a cacao to level up an additional worker. So normally, like, I would level up, you know, just 1 of 2 workers, pay a cacao, level up more. But I think I'm not going to do that. I think I'm just going to yeah, I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to build this one right here. And again, Paul would know because he just knows. I like, yeah, bigger than a 6-foot table. Very, not very complex, but pretty complex. I don't know weight, but I don't know, 3, 6, 3, 8. How long will you be here? Do you know? I'm gonna guess 2 hours. It's gonna be a guess. Depending on how much I talk. I've been talking a lot, so it's been 30 minutes. I've done 2 actions, so. Anyway, I built this tech, which is here. I get a green track bump, which is this, which gives me a cacao. But Paul knows I like tech, and really it's because there's this here. My goal is going to be to try and get to the top of green, because that'll be 5 points per tech. So that is at least 15 points if I don't build any more tech. And then I power up a worker. Doesn't matter, they're all 1s, so we'll just do that one to number 2. Over to the bot. Let's roll here. So mastery, find the bot's highest powered unlocked die, select the action board below. So his highest one is this, because the others all started at 2. So he's doing this, which is action board number 4. Does the Teotihuacan bot have at least 1 worker on the gold deposit? Yes. So he's going to gain 2 gold. He's going to power up the worker on the gold deposit, go into a 4. This might trigger an ascension, it doesn't. So an ascension is when a dice gets to 6, and we'll walk through that when we get to it. Yeah, I might be. Oh, are you asking? I'm home until I find out when I'll be in Texas. Oh, Paul, I realize you're asking Patrick how long he's going to be here, not me actually sitting here. I'm dumb. What part of Texas are you in? Then advance the powered up worker. So it's now a 4, so it's going to advance 2 sections here. Also, they don't ever pay cacao or stuff, so that's it. That's it. That's all it does. Now, to me, I need to do something other than this board here. What I think I want to do is I can come get 1 stone with this guy, but I don't think I like that. I think I'm going to bring this 2 worker here. I want to bring it here, spending my 2 wood. It would become a 3. Then if I go here, it's a 4. If I go here, I get 2 more wood. And I can basically send another guy over. I like that. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to come here. So it was 1, 2, 3 spaces. I did pass over number 1, so I get a cacao. Who's Patrick? Do you know this? I get it. I get it. I get a cacao. I also have to spend a cacao because there is another worker there. And then because I have 1 worker here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to build along the city of the dead, I think is what it is. I think that's what it's called. I hope it's what it's called. Anyway, it's 1 worker. I just placed on this, so I get 3 points. 1, 2, 3. And then I get a bump up this Avenue of the Dead. That's what it's called. At the in-between round scoring, depending on how many pips you are, you multiply basically the number of steps you are by the lowest point, or the whatever point is showing. So like the next one will only be worth 4 each. So like you get the points for doing it, but it overall makes the steps worth less points. That's it. And then I power up this worker to a 3. Over to them. Oh, look at that, 12. So does he have 2 stone, which he doesn't, and a worker here, which he also doesn't, so I'm going to hit no. Does it have at least 1 worker on the stone quarry action over here? Yes, it does. So we'll hit yes. So he's going to gain 2 stone. Right, and it's kind of like a human in that, like, oh, it wanted to do this, but it didn't have stone, so it's going to collect stone, right? And then we're going to power it up. So he is like beefing up his main guy too. And then this is going to go 2 spaces here. And yeah, he's like racing for that one. Okay. So I don't know if you saw how the pyramid was, but like this one was actually here. It rolled a 12. That's why it did that one. And then it kicks that one out. So it'll never be able to do the same action 2 times in a row. But like this, it got lucky and did construction. And then it did another action. And then it got a 12, feeding it into here, which is like, right, it has to be an 11 or 12. So the least likely rolls. It did the same action again. So most time it's going to be doing, obviously, number 7. Okay, over to me. So I don't want to come here. And I'm sorry, I forgot when I did this, the whole reason I was going to do this, I have a tech tile that I get to, and I didn't spend my 2 wood. I just kind of cheated many, many times. I get to advance 1 of the tracks. So this is like the primary track I want, plus it gives cacao. I like cacao. But I also like just getting resources. And so if I think about this, now if I think about it, if I get a wood here, and then I put this here, I get 1 more wood, which is enough for this guy to go over there, spending the 2 wood. And then when they come here, I get another 2 wood. Because right now I was thinking about going here. Which would give me 2 wood once it's a 4. When you reach these points, you can actually take whichever one you want. A green bump. Green bump isn't bad. This is 2 green bumps. I have to take a stupid mask that I don't really want. I think I am going to take a wood, though. Okay. I think I'm going to do it the way I was initially thinking. Although if I wait and do the decoration type this, it's another 4 points. No, that's too much. I'm going to go here. So this is decorating. So you place one of these, and you have to start on basically the bottom steps, and you're building up, decorating, the steps of the temple. So I probably should have, and I should have refilled this. So there's a couple colors here, and basically that is to match. If you make matches, you get bumps up those tracks and an extra victory point. So while I like the green track, and this go here, and it would give me a bump here. This one is a double match here. I think the rule book even calls it. I'm just here for the ascension. Paul, I'm trying. This guy's about to be a 4 while these other chumps are just 1. Oh, man, and I'm sorry. I'm supposed to be moving this thing. How many turns have I taken? I can tell you how many I've taken. I've taken 3. This is my 4th. So 1, 2, 3, because I've only done this guy. I went... Where did I go? No, went 1 to get cacao, then 2 there, then 3 there. Yep, that's right. And then this is the 4th. I need to remember to do that. Really breaks the game. This is a double bump. While I don't care much about this track, yeah, you know what? I'm going to do that though. So I'm going to spend 3 gold. I'm going to build this here, and there's an arrow. It has to point like inward to the top, whereas these tiles can be rotated however. So I get 3 points, plus you get a point for each match that you made. I think. Ooh, let me make sure of that. Sorry. I know that's how it works for building the temple or pyramid. Main board actions. Number 7, decoration, please. For each icon covered by the same, yep, you get 1. And then if you scored 1 for an icon that's red, green, or blue on the newly decorated tile, advance the step. So yeah, so normally you get 3 points. I match 2 icons, so I get 5 points. And then I get a bump up the red track, which is another point, and the blue track, which is, Paul, this has got to be a game you love. It's just points on points on points. I also needed to pay 1 cacao for doing this, because this guy, you don't pay for the locked dice. And I get a, oh, what am I thinking? I get a, I did the red bump, I get a blue bump. From what I remember of it, I thought it was good, but that was 3 years ago. Yeah, I think it was 2. I think it was BGG spring 2022. So I guess 2.5. And I only remember that because I've waited for it for about 1.5 years because this came out, or this launched, whatever we'll call it, a couple months after that. Or was this BGG Spring 23? I'll have to look. I don't remember exactly. I know this was for sure came out a couple months after the Kickstarter. I need to replace this too. Ooh, that's one I like. If something matched. What resource? Do I get another wood? I'm going to have to collect gold before I can use gold again. I see all the charts are basically the same. Stone's not going to do me any good because I will not have it by here. If I get another wood, I could send both workers back to back. Yeah, I'm going to get another wood. I mean, I have the tactile to do that kind of stuff, so that's what I'm going to do. Over to them. Rolled a 4. Mask collection. If Teotihuacan does not yet have one of the masks available near one of the worship actions on the palace action or any of the 4, and it can pay for its cost, it pays that cost and immediately gains that mask. There's one mask. It cannot pay that cost because the cost is 2 cacao and 1 gold, and it does not have that. So no. So it is going to gain 5 cacao. So this is the only, anytime it never does an action, it gains cacao like a human. If cacao, it would spin for 3 points, power up its lowest powered worker, and then advance it. It's got 2 that are 2. I do have to see what breaks that tie really quick. When instructed to power up a worker on the action board, there are multiple workers possible. The bot always powers up the one with the higher power. When instructed to determine the highest or lowest worker. So if we're looking for the highest power, it's clockwise furthest from the palace. If the lowest, which we are right now, it's clockwise closest to the palace. So that would be this one. So this is going to go to a 3 and move 1 space. Okay, which I like. No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't change anything for me. And don't forget to do that. Oh, and I forgot to power up my thing. Okay, so I can move this here. Which I kind of want to do, because if it does this action, it'll actually go to a 4, which is here. This gives 2 wood, and then I go and put both those guys over there spinning the wood. So yeah, maybe I do this first because there is a chance it moves that, not costing me cacao. So I'm going to do this one first. I'm just, like Paul wants those ascensions, so I just keep doing the same dice. I'm going to move this one. So I pay 1 cacao. I'm using 1 dice, and the pip value is 4, so I get 2 wood. Okay, over to it. 7. Nobles, number 2, does not have a worker. Does it have at least 1? Oh, shoot. Restart that. Okay. It's action number 6. Yes, it does have a worker, and it does have 2 wood. So it is going to spin the 2 wood, place it in the first top row. Yeah, so it is going to take one of these guys. It is going to place it in the top row here, score the victory points on the space covered, which is 2. Move up the Avenue of the Dead. Power this up. Ooh, so look at this. It is becoming a 6. We are having our first ascension. This may trigger an ascension, which is all the normal. Then advance powered up worker or the new worker if the one was ascended. And it was. So whenever we have an ascension, I actually have to see. It didn't walk me through their ascensions. I think it always takes the 5 points. I'm pretty sure it always takes the 5 points. Sorry. When instructed to gain an ascended reward, Teobot always selects the 5 victory points. Yep. Option, the bot never claims or uses discovery tiles. Place the new worker 1 action board clockwise from the palace. So normally when we ascend, we start with a level 1 in the palace. They don't use the palace, so it goes there. I also might have screwed up because you don't count this as a space either for them. Either way, the worker ignores the palace and always moves past it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Let me double check that. I'm pretty sure we're not going to count it from now on. Okay. Yeah, we had our first ascension, and he got points for it, and now he's back here where I wasn't even thinking that was going to inevitably be where he always ended up if he moved that 5 die. I thought I was being smart. Okay, so 2 things happened. 1, it was the end of his turn. 2, he had an ascension. So every time there's an ascension, either of us, this moves. So that is a way that kind of clicks it along. So whatever, normally a 3-player game would be 27 turns plus 3 extra, so 30. Those will eat away from them. Over to me, I'm going to move this 3 spaces here. When I pass this, I would get a cacao, but I have to spin 1 because he's here. And I'm making this Avenue of the Dead track real boo-boo for me, but it is what it is. I'm going to spin 2 wood to take the lowest and put it here, getting 2 points. And then this levels up and I get this tech tile, which means I get to bump up a track. I really need to bump up this green track. Do I care about these masks? What is this? This lets you move 2 workers from the same area instead of 1. Ooh, so if I put that there and I get 3, or it's 2 resources. Or when this comes here, it's a 3. If those went together, they would be this. think I might just take the 2 resources. Though I don't know what 2 resources I want, I can decide that. I can decide that later. And I'm just going to slide that there. They technically sit. This thing has slots for everything. Doesn't have slots for the extra discovery tiles. And I think I moved this, so that is correct. And I am on this space here. Okay, over to them. On the 7, alchemy. Does it have 1 or more gold and at least 1 worker? Yes. Yes. It's going to spend 1 gold and gain the technology of the lowest number that does not have any markers, yours or Teotihuacan. So that is this one. If all remaining tiles have your markers, then the bot gains the lowest number of technology, which it does not yet have, while you score 3 victory points as normal. Yeah, so normally if you, if somebody gets a technology that you have, you get 3 points, and then it's going to advance on the green. Bot advance on that. It does get the resource, which I did not do for the first one, so it, at the beginning of the game, I think had the same amount, so we're going to give it a gold, and we're going to give it 1 cacao. And he's got this guy. Okay. And then we advance it and move it 1 space. Okay, and this moves. So I think I want to go ahead and go 1, 2, 3, bringing this around. Although if I had taken gold, it would have not helped me. So yeah, 1, 2, 3. I gain a cacao. I pay 2, so I owe 1. And I do have to think about, you have to feed your people. If they're 1, 2, or 3, they take 1 cacao, and if they're 4 or 5, they take 2. And you have to feed them during the eclipse. So I have 2 workers here, so I can build the next lowest available. I should have went up a step, and it will go here for 5 points. And I can level up a 1, 2s and 3s do the same thing here. So if I make it a 2 when I come here, yeah, let's just do that. And then I go up the Avenue of the Dead again, so I can take any of these. When you pay the cost when you take it, so like I could take this right now and go up another step. Another step is 3 points, or this, which is a cacao, and closer on the green track, which I need. Or I pay a cacao, and then I'm actually kind of getting pinched. Yeah, I guess to bring 1 guy, ooh. Whoops. I am gonna get the green bump. And we'll use it now. Okay. That's it. Yeah, that's all I'm doing. Over to them. 7, Decorations. Are they on number 7? They are. Do they have 2 or more gold? They do. So they'll spend 2 gold. They'll score. Place the topmost decoration tile onto. I guess that's this one. It's weird that this said leftmost, but then this said topmost. Onto an available decoration space on the pyramid grid of the main board clockwise from the top. So I guess they do the top. They score 5 points. They advance on the pyramid track. I did a decoration. I should be at 1 space on the pyramid track. They advance on any temple by 1. Its highest temple is either blue or green, so it's going to be blue. The resource it has the least would be wood. And then it's going to power this up to a 4, going 1 and 2. Okay. I'm getting there. It's flowing. This goes up here. And this goes. Okay, so best case, I have 3 actions, because once the ascension happens, you play 1 round. If I put this guy here, I owe 2 cacao for that, which is fine until the next guy needs to come. I'm sorry, and I should have done a bump when I do I want this mask? It's like 1 point. She can actually take 1 cacao too instead of the mask. It's 1 point. The more masks you have, the more points they are. Or do I take 2 resources? Okay, so if I took 2 resources and I got gold, that is like exact opposite of what I want. Oh, I need to refill. I guess they slide if he's taking the topmost. That's also not what I want. If I take 2 resources and I came and collected cacao and I spin it, doesn't seem good. I forgot I have this. Get 2 resources anytime. I could come here and build, getting 2 stone. Tough decision here. I could also come here. So I have 2 more wood. I could come here. It is a 4 and get one of these. I think I'm going to try that. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. I owe 2 cacao. I'm going to use this for 2 gold. So I can afford any of those. This is just 4 victory points when you do number 7, but I'm about to use my gold. This is 3 victory points when you do this. I think I have to get this one, which I like. So I'm going to spend that 2 gold. This is a red bump, which is not super ideal. You know what? I'm sorry. I think I am cheating. I think I spent this up here. Which may actually change. Maybe I get this tech tile because it gives me a blue bump. And then I can get wood. To then go over there. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Okay, over to them. Mass collection. Oh, it does have. Did it have the cacao earlier? Not actually sure. Either way, it's going to spend. Spend 2 and a gold. 1 gold. Okay, if Teotihuacan does not have available one of the workshops, it can pay for its cost. So draw a replacement for the melee. Do not move any. So I'm going to put his mask there. Do not move any day. Take the lowest number. There was only 1. If tied. So did it? Yes. Okay, so it doesn't move anything. It just takes the mask. Pay a wood, get 3 resources. And it doesn't level up anything. Well, I will be completely cacao broke, but I can also, I have this thing for locking dice. This just scores victory points. This you trade cacao for those resources. This you trade resources for cacao. No, I'm going to do what I was thinking. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. So there was 2 colors there, so I passed 1, so it cost 2 cacao. And now I have 3 dice here, so I spend these 2 wood. I have no resources, not just below. To put this here, getting 7 points. There. This goes 1 more space there. And then I get another temple bump. I mean, now I cannot do this because, oh, it gives me a cacao. I'm just going to do this. 2 resources. This also makes me want more discovery tiles since I'm pushing up this track. At the end of their turn, yeah, I think that is correct. I think I may be in trouble. I'm gonna owe 4 cacao. I don't have a good way of getting it. is what it is. I guess I'm going to make these a 3. Yeah, that's all I'm doing. Maybe I don't want to do that. I think I'm going to not have enough cacao if I do that action. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to rethink this. This is 4 and this is a 2 and a 2. Put this back, go back 7. So I had 2 cacao. No, I had 1. Oh, man. I had 2 wood. Okay, I know what I might do. I think I might actually lock this die here. I spin the cacao, but I can go up 2 bumps here. I spin 1 to be able to go up 2 bumps. I'd have 2. I just need 2 more. Or I take this tile, which lets me ignore cacao cost. I'm sorry. When I do number 1, I don't think Palace. What is this? This is corals. Form the main action. Okay, you worship. I don't think you get to go up any of the temple tracks is the downside. Oh, they should be here. Sorry. I'm pretty sure you don't. So, man, okay. So, if I could get this discovery tile, you can ignore cacao cost of something, whether it's an action or when paying for people. So I could lock this into any of these, pay the cacao I got to do that. None of those are like super cool actions for me. If I did that, it'd be 8 points. I should be here. I think I'm just going to do that. As much as I want to do the resource exchange, I don't really have the resources. I could do this one and get a bunch of cacao. No, I'm going to do this. So I'm going to come here. I get a cacao when I land there. I'm going to use that 1 to get this tile. And then how this works is you get 2 points per the pit value of the die, so it's 8 points. And while I did lock one of my die, I do have this technology when it unlocks, I get 4 points. So it was 8 points plus another 4 eventually. So yeah, that's my turn. Okay, sorry about all that. They rolled an 11. Nobles. Does it have... Where's number 6? It does have number 6. Does it have 2 or more wood? It does not. Going to go to action board 2. It does not. It's going to gain 5 cacao. It would exchange. It actually only has 9 now. It's going to power up its lowest worker, which is a 1. Yep. Power it up and then advance. Yeah. Okay. So now here's what's interesting, because I'm not going to be able to place here. I could use this to ignore 3 cost, getting my worker out, put this guy here, if I move this one here, I could get 4 cacao. Actually, I'm going to move it here. And I'm just going to collect cacao. So there's 2 colors, so I get 3. Oh, the end of his turn was this. We're playing the round before. Yeah, we're playing the last round, and then we'll have our Eclipse. Okay, so I did that. Let's see what he's gonna do. Not doing like the sweetest action. Its highest powered worker, 3/4, is on construction. It does have 2 or more stone, so it will spend 2 stone. The leftmost is this one, placing it in the top left lowest level space. I'm going to say topmost leftmost, so like you read here. Score victory points. It's going to get an additional 2, so 1 plus 2, 3. It's going to move up here. Oops, here. It's going to advance on 1 temple. The one it's the most, which is here. Getting what it has the least, gold. So 1 or 2? 1. And it powers it up. Should be a 5, so it'll move 1, 2. Okay, and that was it. So now we do an Eclipse. So they have a handy dandy Eclipse button here. So first we're going to score lowest visible number of buildings for each step. So 3 is the lowest visible number. Yep, that is correct. So 3 times, I'm on step 3, so 9 points for me, 34. And he has 1 times 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, the player furthest ahead on the pyramid track, which is him, gonna get 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 4 points for each step you are. He is 3 steps, so 12. And I am 1 step, 1, 2, 3, 4. Each player organizes their mask into sets. He's got 1, so he gets 1 point. I don't have mask, right? Yeah, I don't have mask. Nope. Each player not now must pay salary. I mean, I'm going to go ahead and use... I should have drawn another one of these. I'm going to go ahead and use this. It covers... My salary is currently 4, 2, 3, 4. No, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'm going to use this tile. I do have 4 to cover it now, and I could have a higher salary later, but I think it's better that this is broken up. Yeah, that's it. And then we just move the neutral player dice. So, no, not that one. That was there. Okay, so going stone quarry, alchemy. They love going to alchemy. I guess it makes sense. Gold deposit, alchemy, construction. Okay. And then this moves 1 space here, so we have 9 rounds, and the next round begins. Oh, and these reset. Okay, so we are tied after 1 round of the game. Don't know if that's good or bad. Okay, at some point I need to unlock my dice. It costs either an entire turn or 3 cacao. So, what I was thinking is, if I slam this guy 1, 2, 3 here, that's what I was thinking, I could get a bump up the blue track and another tile. And I am getting plenty of these tiles, so blue track's not looking bad. And that would be 5 resources of my choice. And that sounds pretty good. Because I want to, like, if I'm going to unlock a guy, I might as well lock a couple more, right? We're going to say right. 1, 2. No, not this one. This one. 1, 2, 3. So, I'm going to worship in this space. I'm going to pay the 1 cacao to do both. So I'll go up 1 blue, and I will take this tile, which cost me 1 wood. Now I get 5 resources of my choice. What do I want to do? Do I want to build some pyramid levels? I'm like, not loving that there's no green out there. Do I take some gold and like put it here? There is this one that is a match for that. So maybe it's like decorate this, decorate that. Get 2 green bumps out of it. I don't know that I want to keep pushing up the Avenue of the Dead because it just devalues. So unless I'm going to dump 3 workers there, which I'm not, having a stone's not bad. Let's get 2 gold. Let's get 3 gold. Let's get 5 gold. I spend 3 and then I spend 2. The problem is pay this 3 cacao just to... So maybe I go here, I collect cacao, I go unlock. I unlock, I go here, I spin 2. Is it mad to, yeah, very. I'm gonna get 3. 1, 2, 3, and 2 wood. I mean 2 stone. Okay, that's what I'm doing. Gotta redraw this discovery tile. At the moment I have, how many of these? Oh, I went ahead and used that. Oh, I guess I didn't have to use that right away, which I'm not going to. I'll just get to gold. Okay, that's what I'm doing. Over to them. Did they do an action? Did they do an action since we reset? No. No, this was the first move. Okay, yeah. Okay. Do they have one on nobles? No. Do they have one on the forest? No. They're going to gain 5, so they will exchange this plus 5 they got for 3 victory points. 1, 2, 3. Its lowest powered worker is a 2, so this will go to a 3 and go here. And this moves here. Okay, so that's somewhat sucks. I mean, I'm going to have to do the same thing. It's just not as rewarding. So, yeah, Michael, this one is a doozy. I'm going to move this here. I'm just collecting cacao. Unfortunately, there's only 1, and I'm going to get 1. Maybe not. That seems real bad. I think I'm going to spend the 3 to unlock all of my people. So here and here. And then I'm going to move this one here. And that is 3 plus 1, so 4 cacao. To me, that just feels much better. Yeah, Michael, this one, a doozy is correct. And then I could come here. And I get 4 points for unlocking. Now, it doesn't matter how many. I unlocked 1, 2, 3, 4. So you only get 4 points. Yeah, I like that way better. Tried the solo once. I think it broke me. So I don't know if you have seen or you were just bumping in, but this top right here, this is a guy on BGG made yen. It's yen.github.io/teotbot. Basically, instead of me having to roll dice and then fumble through this to try and remember what all the different actions are, it automates it for you. So it is their turn now. I'm going to roll the dice, 7. It's alchemy, so it's asking, does it have a gold and a worker on alchemy, which it does. So yes. So it's going to spend 1 gold. It is going to get the lowest number tech tile that does not have any markers on it, right? So there's only 1, which is bummer because it's the one I was just wanting to go get. And yeah, it's going to get this. Otherwise, it would start getting mine, which gives me points. And then it's going to advance up the temple matching the technology. So that is red. So it is going to get 1 point for that. And then it powers up, which this is a 5. So this is going to go to a 6, which will ascend. Wherever it is there. So I'm going to bump that for its ascension. It gets 5 points. But yeah, this solo, there's a lot to think about, even though this automates it for you. And then this is going to be a 1 right here. My copy arrived this past weekend, so I'm here to observe and learn. Awesome, Chewy. Appreciate you jumping in. I hope that I'm doing a decent job. I'm trying to talk out what I'm thinking, but there's a lot to it, just like Michael said. So what was I thinking now? Oh, I know what I was thinking. No, I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking about using this tech tile to get 3 gold and then coming here and basically doing back-to-back decorations, right? I'd spend the 3 gold, then I'd spend the 2 gold. The base cost me 1 and then 2 cacao. Gives me 2 bumps up the pyramid track. It also would give me, I could do a match here and then a match here, which is what I'm really like thinking. Man, if this one was flipped, it would be so perfect. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to move this just 1 space here. There is a green here, so I owe a cacao. I'm going to spend, I'm going to use this tech tile to get 3 gold. Or discovery tile, not tech tile. Too many tiles. Getting 3 gold, that's what I'm spending. And it's also like if this one was flipped. Either of those were flipped. So there's not like a perfect match. So I'm going to do the best I can, which will be this one. So you get 3 points, plus I matched 1. So 4 points. And a bump up the green. Now it's, do I take this or do I take the cacao? I mean, I have not been going for mask, so it feels weird to get 1 now because it's worth 1 point. And this doesn't count mask. It's just the other discovery tiles. There's a mask over here. Oh, it's the same one. I think I'm going to get the cacao. I think I'll let him get the mask if he gets up there. He may, but yeah, I'm going to get the cacao. Okay. And then I power up this to a 3. That's it. Over to them. A 7. So they are going to worship. So this is their first time worshiping. They are going to take this. They're going to advance the worker on the worship space to the next clockwise space on the temple sidebar. You know what? I should have looked and seen that he had potential to do that and like gone here, and he could have forcefully unlocked me. But I didn't. So he's going to worship. So they're going to move there. 1 space. The bot advances the matching temple space 2, gaining reward for both, and gaining printed bonus instead of discovery tile as mentioned above. Oh, they're not going to gain. Advanced, yeah, they don't gain the discovery tiles. That's right. So they moved here, so they're going to go up the red track twice, 1, 2. So there's 3 points for them. If the activated space is on the decoration board, which it is not, it would advance 3. Oh, this one. Discard the discovery tile and replace it. Okay. So now I think I move this one here. I have to pay 2 cacao, and I should have moved this up once because I built on the pyramid, or did the decoration once. All right, so I spent 2 cacao. I'm going to spend, now this time I get a discount because I'm using 2 workers, so I'm only paying 2 gold. Oh, I should refill. No, that's the wrong. Too many bags. 2 blue. That is not the one. Yeah, we're just going to do this one. So, because it's a perfect match like that, it will be worth 5 points. 5, and I go up green and red. So 2 more points and 2 more cacao. And now I advance one of these workers. There's another no. I like the not paying cacao, right? Then I don't have to worry about feeding people. This one lets you just straight up advance 2 workers. So I was thinking, like, do I want to go up 2 tracks? I want both of these. This is at the moment worth 20 points for me. This one is worth not 20 points, 8 points. I really need to do this one. I should really lock a die in here, and I get 2 bumps. Did I get my 2 cacao? Did I? I don't think I did. I didn't. Okay. Okay. What do I want to do these next couple turns? I could get gold, try and get another tech tile, making this even more valuable. Well, it's over to them, right? They worshipped. What did they do the first turn? Oh, I think when they worshipped, I forgot to move the thing. Sorry. That is why I have to have this. Yeah, so this should be here. Okay, so it's over to them. Advancing 2 workers is very good. I know. This right here, so that's what I'm thinking. If I lock this guy in here, I could keep this here if I want to claim this, right? I go get gold, claim this, and then lock in advancing this twice, right? Because then this is worth 25 points at the end of the game. I'm like all in on these green ones. Well, let's see what they're doing. 9. Mask collection. Teotihuacan doesn't have one of the available masks. Is there any available? There isn't any available, so it doesn't get a mask. So it is going to get 5 cacao. Has 9. Power up the lowest, which is this one. Moving it here. Okay, and this moves here. I mean, yeah, if I send the 4 first, I get 2 gold. And then I send the 3. And I get another 2 gold, so I'll have 4 gold. I could also lock one. Ooh. Well, it effectively does the same thing. I could lock one of these dice in, getting this tile and a bump up the blue. I could then lock this one in, and then I'd pay 3 to unlock them both. And if I level up the 5, I wouldn't need a second worker here. It stinks because this one is also not too bad, and I've not been doing it. I've now decorated 3 times. Whoops, I should be there. And I'd get 4 points every time I decorated. I think I'm going to do the double lock-in. I mean, I have this tech that I get 4 points for the lock-ins. I'm like trying to make these tiles better too for points. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, spending 1 cacao to take this. This one's cool. It basically is like a teleport. You can just place something wherever, so I can use that hopefully wisely. And then I get a bump here, which is 2 points. I hope that's the right thing to do. So this functions the same as this. Extra worker for 5, 6, or 8. Okay, over to them. 8, construct. They don't have a worker here. Do they have a worker on the stone quarry? They do. So they'll get 2 stone. I feel like I'm getting faster at the bot. And this is going to advance to a 4, which means it's going to move 2. They don't count this one, so 1 and 2. Okay, so then I said I was going to go here. Make this pretty quick. So I spend 1 cacao to get both, so I get a bump up here, which is 2. Should just pay attention to that. And this tile, which I might as well spend now, and man, it's like Michael said, do I go ahead and get the 2 worker advancement or the don't spend? This should have moved at the end of their turn. The don't spend, it's not looking bad if I'm about to have a bunch of high value dice. Actually, they kind of. So where's this guy is gonna come out. I'm gonna get 2. Oh man, I could get 3 if I get this double advance. That's what I might do. I think I'm gonna follow Michael's advice here. Okay, so I'm gonna use this green tile and 1 cow because it costs 1 and you have to do it when it claims, and that will be the double advance, which I might do here in a moment. Okay. And this is just spend a wood for 4 victory points. Okay, so I need 1, 2, 3 more steps there. I'm here. 4 more steps there. Should be good. Yeah. Okay, over to them. Chewy, if you're still here, have you actually played Teotihuacan before? It has work on it there. It does not have 2 gold, so no. Does it have it on the gold deposit? No. So it's just going to get 5 cacao. It had 9 here, so it's going to spend 10 to get 3 points. And it will power up its lowest powered 3, 2. So this 3 comes here. This goes here. It's most likely going to do mastery. I need to watch when it potentially has this, because this unlocks, I can make it unlock for me. But right now I'm about to spend 6, or excuse me, 3 to unlock this one and this one. I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm gonna go ahead and use this to double upgrade. That 2 doesn't do me a lot of good unless I lock it in over there. If I want this one to go to a 4 for sure, because this is coming here, and so I'll get 3 of this and 2 points. Do I go ahead and upgrade this to a 5 and then basically ascend it after this, which will make it cheaper here toward the end of the round? Oh, did I? Dang it, I am so bad at making sure I move their thing. It looks like I did move it. Yeah, it looks like I did move it. Okay, so I paid to unlock. I'm using this as a 4. I think I am going to make this a 5. I'm going to bring it here, and I'll actually have 2 5s. Yeah, I'm going to do that. So I'm going to make this a 5. I'm going to leave that one at 2. So then I'm going to do my action. 1, 2, 3. I want to use this tile. There is also the... If I move that guy here, I get lots of gold. And a bump. And then I just do a bunch of decorating. All right, let's do this. So I'm moving this. I'm going to get 3 gold. I like these 5, but they're like the easiest thing to grab out of this tray. Okay, 3 gold and 2 points. I also get 4 points for unlocking my things. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to move this one to a 5. Oh, I should refill this. Okay, let's see what they do. So they're going to do their mastery, which is this one. Decoration. Do they have 2 or more gold. They do not. Okay, so the next is, these are both the same. They are on number 2. Does Teotihuacan have at least 1 on the action board? Yes. So it's going to gain 2 wood. And then this will go to a 4, going 1, 2. Oh, I was supposed to, when I did this, pay 2 cacao. That might be a hamper for what I need. Okay, and this moves. So, I do have to think about that. I need cacao. Yeah, I do. And I need cacao by the end of the round, too. Man, I really wanted to bring this here, but now I cannot afford it. So I could send this here and get 4 cacao. Either of those spots. I could lock it in here. Okay, so let's think about locking again. If I lock it in here, I can trade resources for cacao. What if I lock this, not 100% here. So I can move the 2 here, get cacao, and then I can move it here. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. There's 2 there, so we get 3. Yeah, just collect a cacao turn, and I passed 1, so I should get 1 more. Okay, over to them. 4, there's no mask to collect still, right? Nope. So they're just gonna get 5 cacao. Power up their lowest, should be this one. Those 2 guys are just following each other around the map. Okay. I should have probably read exactly how this works, but like this warship has sat here, because I'd really like to manipulate it to knock me out for free. Okay, so I think I'm going to bring this here, which gives me 3 gold and a track bump. Then cost me 3 cacao, but I would get 3 cacao. And then I'd have a lot of gold. Yeah, we're doing that. We're just going to go 1, 2, 3. So I got 3 workers here. Lowest strength is a 2. So I get 3 gold. Oh, and one of these guys is about to ascend because of this. That should be fine. 3 gold. And a track bump, which is going to be this one, getting me another 3 cacao. And I, for the first time, have 3 workers, so I do 2. This is going to go to a 3. This is going to go to a 6, and it ascends. So I could unlock another dice, but we are almost... Oh, I forgot to move this for them. We are almost... I might pay the 3 to do 2 track bumps. I can do 1, 2, and when I do this, that is 3. Then I just have to focus on the blue track. Or it's 5 points. No, I'm going to do it. I'm going to spend 3 to do 2 track bumps. And I could do different ones. I'm going to do the same one. I'm going to do both of those there. So I'm going to get 7 cacao. So in the second one I feed, I'll be very good. 7. And then this becomes a 1 right here. And that became a 3. That's it. Over to them. Nobles. Where's number 6? You would think at this point I have them memorized. They don't have one at 6. Do they have it on the forest? No. So they are just going to get another 5 cacao, which is 3 more points for them. 1, 2, 3. And they are going to advance their lowest, closest. 1, 2. Okay. And then that is that. So we have 1 round, and then we have our Eclipse, or our Eclipse scoring. So I'm winning the decoration, which is sweet. I don't think there's anything they can do to change that. I think I'm just going to send this, this here. It will ascend and make stuff cheaper. This will give them 3 points. There's also merit sending this one here if I'm going to go spend that gold doing decoration stuff. Oh, this is the one for the green track bump anyway. I think that's actually... Oh man, or do I be greedy and try and get both? Do this, and then next turn do this one. I have the cacao, which is fine. Honestly, I think that might be what I do. I could also now use this tile to bring this here. Getting 2 more gold, knowing I'm about to just dump all my gold into here and be done getting gold. I think we try that. So I'm going to use this tile here, which lets the thing move anywhere. I'm going to move this one. Yeah, we're going to do it. I have to pay 2 cacao, 3 cacao. Okay, I have to pay 3 because there was 3 colors there. I get one back, and then I get 2 more gold. And my plan is just going to be to hopefully let this gold be all that I collect. And then I upgrade 2. Let's make this a 2. No. Let's make this a 4. And this a 6. So I'll send this one now. It's a 1. And I get 2 more track bumps. I don't get any more freebie cacao. I'm about to have to pay 4 cacao. Can I afford 3 to do 2 more track bumps? I would just need to figure out how to get this. Let's do it. Let's risk it. So I'm getting the 2 track bumps for 3. And I want it to be 1, 2. So we get 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I get 2 resources of my choice. I don't think I need any more gold. I'm going to spend 4 gold for this. So it leaves me with, maybe I do, be 3. Yeah, you know what? We're just going all in. It's going to be gold. Okay. This becomes a 1 here. I hope that's the right choice. That's what I did. Okay. Over to them, 11. They are going to worship. They're just going to move here, and they get 2 track bumps up the blue. So they're going to get 1. They're getting 3 resources. The one they have the least is gold, and the tiebreaker is gold, and then a stone. Okay. That is them, and then now we have our second Eclipse scoring, and just 1 more round to go. So score the lowest visible in the rows. This actually has not changed, I don't think. Yeah. So 3 times 3 is 9. So 74. 1, 2, 3 for them. Next up, pyramid. I am the leader, so I get 4. And they get none. And then I get an additional 8. 1, 2, 3. They get none. They did not build on the pyramid that time. They had people in weird places. Reset the pyramid tracks, just did that. They do have a mask, so they get 1 more point for their mask. And then I have to pay 1 per worker, an additional for 4s and 5s, so I pay 4. Okay. Then let's move them, and we are, this goes forward 1 space, this goes here. We are almost there. The last eclipse. So we are going stone quarry. alchemy, of course. They're both alchemy, because they always are. Construction was this one. Forest was this one, and decoration was this one. They have not like blocked this the entire game. I wonder if it's weighted. Okay. It seemed like I was great in a great cacao shape. Looking less than now. So what can I do? I can come here, spend 3 gold. I actually can only do 2 more decorations until, no, I can do 3. I was going to say until people build on the temple. I might do that first. No, I want this first before I start doing the temple. So let's move this here. So it cost me 2 cacao and 2 gold. He gets 3 points because his marker is already there. One, 2, 3 for him. And then I get a bump up the green track, which is great because that was what I was going for from the beginning. So I have 5 technologies, so it's going to be 25 points. Okay, over, oh, and then this goes up. Okay, over to them. Mastery. This one here is a 5 on the construction. Do they have 2 more stone? They do. So they build the leftmost, which is this one, and they build it in the top left, lowest level. So that would be here. Top left, lowest level space available. Read about that. Would they go here or here? Sorry. No, I'm 2 hours into the game and now having to check what they do on this action. If the bot at least one worker spins 2, it spins 2 and places the leftmost pyramid tile onto the top left lowest level space available on the pyramid grid. Yeah, so I read it as like top leftmost doing the lowest space available. So that would be top left. It's that one. Okay. Score for the level, which is 1 point. Advance on the pyramid track. Advance on the temple that they are the highest, which is this one. Get the resource. It would be double stone. Honestly, I kind of want them to build here too, so that's fine. Because I don't want to build there. Okay, double stone. Get 2 additional points because of the matching. Then they're going to power this up. It becomes a 6, which puts the 1 here, and they get 5 points. Maybe I should just do what the bot does and always take the 5 points. Okay. There it goes there. So now I have 1 cacao. I don't care about getting stone. I want this to go here because at this point it's worth 5 points for me. I'm going to need some cacao to do it. Unfortunately, any of the spaces I can reach. I need one more bump up the blue track before the end. That should come with decorations, so that shouldn't be a problem. I unfortunately think I'm just going to have to send this guy. Where do I want to send him? I just send him here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm going to send him there, collect cacao, which is unfortunately only just 2. But I do get 1 for passing the 1 space. Or trade resources for cacao. Okay, hang on. I need 2 more gold. And then I basically want 3. So I need exactly what I have in gold. Am I going to reasonably be able to do what I think? That's the other question. It'll cost me 1 and then 2 and then 2. I think I'll have to collect cacao one more time. Okay, I'm good with where I'm at. Over to them. Do you prefer the new look on the board or the older one? I actually really like this one. So the board is actually double-sided. The other side looks just like the original, Michael. This side has kind of the more, to me it looks like more bloody sacrifice side. I don't know, I just played it for something different. This one has more color, the other one's more black and white. Do think the other one might be a tad bit easier to see, but I don't know. Worker here, no, definitely has worker in the gold quarry though, so, oh shoot, I hit no twice. No, but it does have a worker on action board 4 here. So it's going to gain 2 gold, and this is going to go here. Which one do you prefer, Michael? That's it. Okay. Now, I might as well do this. I don't think the cost of this is going to change, but this might. Because if he does this action, which is action board number 6, that's the bottom right. Chances are he didn't do that. But if he did this, this would go here, making that more expensive. If he rolls an 11 or 12, that really sucks. So I think I'd just go ahead and do this. Get the final. Get the final tech. Hopefully this is worth 5 points. That's what I'm going for. It cost me 2 gold. 9. What's up, Rodrigo? Don't know what you're saying, but hello. Yeah, I'm going to get this. He's going to get 3 points from it. That goes there, and I get a bump here, which is 2 points. Okay. Oh, and that goes to a 5. Over to them. I think the older design better, the color scheme, and the newer one I find overwhelming. Yeah, I think the other one, it is easier to see I also like the original board. This that told you for Ascensions was here, right? It was in between this Eclipse track. It was kind of very clear. I'm not saying this isn't clear, but I liked it there. Now, this is one of the expansions or modules, but that I did like better. Rodrigo, honestly, Google Teotihuacan solo app. That's all you got to do. The first link should be a BGG page. It is Jan, Y-I-A-N. He is the guy on BGG that made it, so all credit goes to him for sure. But it's yan.github.io/TeaTbot if you want to just straight up. Actually, can't I? Oh, crap. Well, that works. I guess I'm a noob. I could just do that. That is it. So that is the app. It will randomize setup and everything for you. I think I'm over to them. 4. They are going to worship. So they're going to go here, get 2 bumps up this track. They don't take this, I don't think. Gaining rewards for both and getting printed bonus instead of discovery. Yeah, okay. So they get 2 bumps on that, which is 2 more cacao. So yeah, Rodrigo, I think the app makes it way easier than having to fumble through this rulebook. As I mentioned earlier, it's enough that I have, a very thick appendix of, everything, all the tiles and whatnot. You have the whole core rules and the solo mode. Now, Dennis, come on. For once, that was actually me that put that into chat. Normally, Paul is the much better one, but look, I did something right this time. So anyway, he did this. I think we were supposed to do that for this one, but whatever. That goes there. Yeah, Rodrigo, you are welcome. Okay, he did the worship action. Advancing, he did twice on that. I gave him the 2 cacao. Over to me. Oh, and this. Okay. I'm done here. I need exactly 6 gold if I stack all 3 workers here. So I think that's where I begin, just in case. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that guy's got to somehow get over here. So let's start here. Pay 1 cacao. I'm also going to need 1 more cacao to make this work too. I'm going to pay 3 gold to place a decoration. I think I just want to do this one here. So it's 3 points plus 1 for the match, so 4 points. 3, 4. And going up the blue. So I'm locked in scoring that, which is these. So I have 2, 4, 6, 7. Okay. Yeah, that's all I'm going to do there. Oh, and this powers up to a 3. That part shouldn't matter too much at this point. These last few turns of mine should be pretty quick. 8, alchemy. He has 1 or more gold. He is not on 5. Power up 2. It's lowest unlocked worker by 2. This one by 2, so it goes to a 3, and then it comes here, which is freaking terrible. Okay. So now I have to pay 3 cacao to put the next worker there. So I think I'm gonna have to go here and collect, oh, this should get moved for him. Here and collect cacao. Then I can put both of those here. Yeah, I'm gonna go here and I'm just gonna collect cacao, so it'll be 3. 6 is enough to do this twice. Okay. My sincere apologies, Captain. I was just teasing, Dennis. I was not offended by any means. I am normally very terrible at that. Okay, he is going to worship. He skips this worship space, so he goes here. I think this says he advances 3. The one he is the highest is this one, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3. He's going to get 6 points and 2 resources. 4, 5, 6. 2 resources. He has so many resources. But the least is stone. And then it would tie, and so it would still be stone. He gets a point per resource at the end. He is rocking and rolling. And I don't actually know what his in-game scoring is, so he might. Most likely going to do mastery, so he's going to just go get more resources. Okay, cool. And 5 points. Okay. I'm going to send this guy 1, 2, so cost 3 cacao and 2 gold to, oh, please be the reverse of this one. That is not one that that's a discovery tile. That's why. I don't know that it matters too much. I mean, I can only build here and here. I could do a blue bump or a green bump. Let's do the blue because it's worth 1 more point. So I get 4 in a blue bump. Oh, and I'm sorry, the whole reason I did this, I have the technology where when I do these, I get 4 points. So I've done it twice now, so it's 8. There. Yeah, I think that was the only thing I was forgetting. And the fact that I could pay gold to upgrade a worker. But I'm not going to do that. Or cacao. Okay. And another bump here. Okay. Over to them. 7. Yep, their mastery, which is on the stone quarry. And he does, so he is going to get 2 stone. She has so many. Then this becomes a 1 here, and he gets 5 more points. This goes here. Okay. I hope I moved it the turn before for him, but I can't remember. All right. I have exactly enough cacao to come here. I also could stop here, which gives me a cacao. And get 10 points out of it. And then I just have to unlock the die. Oh, that's not right. Because I want to do this to get this. I get a cacao, but it would cost 3 to unlock. Is that worth 10 points? Compared to, it might be. So if I go here and lock this in, you get 2 points per pip value, so it's 10 points. Compared to here, I'm getting best case 5 points. I did it again. Five points plus to the top. That is 10. I might come here. How many turns do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. If oh, he ascended. I did not move 1 when he ascended. I mean, I'm really like thinking this just straight up 10 points is what I want to do. And maybe I don't spend this for... What a decision. I cannot do both of these, and that's what sucks. Because it would take 3 to unlock. Take 3 to unlock. What if I go here first? Actually, you know what? We're just gonna... This might be the wrong decision, but it's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna move this here and lock this in here. Get another red bump, which is 3 points, and it's a tile. And I want to take this because it's points. So yeah, I'm going to take a red bump. I'm going to spend... I have to spend a cacao to do this. And I'm going to take this. I'm not going to get the resources yet because I don't know what I want, but I do have to spend the wood for it. And I'm actually going to take the don't pay cacao tile. Okay. Or just the 3 points. lock that in for 10 points. Yeah, I'm good with what I'm doing. I'm going to put that there. Sorry. Okay. And they are going to worship. They're actually going to kick me out, which is freaking sweet. And not what I thought was going to happen. So it reverts to the next space on the temple. If there's one of your workers, it unlocks that worker. It goes 2 up the red track, which 1, 2. So we get 4 points for that. Yeah, that's what it does. I have 2 turns. So if I don't take this, I mean, it's 10 points, right? You know what? This is probably better. Oh, I already messed that up. So now I come... Hey, it's okay. I come here, get 1 gold. I come here. Because it'll be worth 4 points for matching at least 1. 4 points because I do that. I forgot about or this action. So that's 8 points. Oh yeah, another 4 points here. I got real lucky that it let me out here. I'm just gonna go here, get 1 gold. That was a bad call on my first move. Yeah, and this way I'll have exactly enough. I will not. Oh, I can get. I can get 3 resources, so I can get the gold now. Ignore the cacao cost, which is 3. And then just use my last move to go 2, 3. When I cross... No, that's what I can do. I can go 1, 2, 3. I'm going to use this for 3 resources. We'll just get 3 gold. It's going to cost me 2 because of this. When I crossed, I got a cacao, so I spend 3, which is those. So I place... If I can match the green. I can't match the green. Here. Yeah, this is way, way better. I almost really messed that up. This is worth 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, plus 4 for doing action 7. Which is here. I move up the green track because that's another 5 points. Man, if I had not done this, it would have been real bad. This goes up another. That's 4 points. Yeah. And then I can ascend this to a 6. This is 5 points. This is... I mean, what am I doing next turn anyway? I have no cacao, no way to do anything. So yeah, I'm going to ignore the cacao cost of something and do 2 bumps here and just do 2 bumps up the red track, getting 6 points. Yeah, that was a much bigger move than I was about to make it. Okay. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Because this goes here. It was going to go there no matter what. We finish this round, play one more. So 10, do they have someone on the noble? They do. Do they have 2 wood? Of course they do. So they are going to take the bottom here and place it on the topmost here. So they're going to get 1 point. Poor guy. And go up 1 on this track here. And this will go to a 2 here. Okay, that's already there. So this is the last round. All I need to do is just send this worker here for 4 cacao so that I can pay here at the end. Yeah, that's it. Over to them, whatever they do on this last turn. Construction here, they do not have somebody. Stone quarry over there, they do not have somebody. They're just going to gain 3 victory points. They'd lose 5 more of this. And power up their lowest power for 2. And that is it. That is the game. So we have our final scoring. So we're going to score our lowest visible. So 3 is lowest visible, so I have 9 points. That was the best investment I did. I got to this point on the first round, and I scored, I think it's been the 3 the whole time, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we built 4 the first round. So I got 27 points just from what I did in the first round. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He is going to get 6. 4, 5, 6. I'm glad I didn't like totally devalue that thing. And he didn't either. The player furthest ahead on the pyramid track, that is me. And, 2 points for each step. Oh, last time I did 4 points, and it was definitely 3, and I had 3, so 1, 2, 3. I should be back. He had not moved, so this time 2 points for each step because I forgot. Yeah, the further it goes, the less. So 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and he has 2. Mass sets, he just has his 1 solid point. I'm curious, Michael, or if any of you others have ever like done a big mask point strategy, because I feel like that'd just be real hard. Maybe you just go like heavy into the tiles and like churn them. I don't know. We have to feed. I have everybody a 3 or less, so 3 for me. In game, each player qualifies for one of the temple bonuses. By being in the penultimate, scores additional points based on the bonus they have reached. So I think I might have supposed to gotten those during the game. I probably was. So that was another 11. 45. And then 2 points per blue tile. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. 5, 6, 7, 8, 63. And then 5 points per technology, and I did all 6 of them, so 30. 193. He does get a point per leftover resources. I had a feeling that was the case. So this is just players, so 1 point per leftover resource. In Coco, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 13, 15, 17. Two points per those, so 4. 15 victory points for each temple bonus tile it reached instead of scoring them normally. He got 1 away. That's it. Yep, that is final scoring. So I had 193 to 123. Okay, so now I know. I just played base game. It does say there's things you can do to change the difficulty, right? Good old David Tursky. He goes into super detail on his bots, but I know there's like ways of increasing, adjusting difficulty. So you can make it more challenging, you can make it less. So increase or decrease up to 3 of their starting workers' power. So yeah, they start a little higher by 1. Extra resources. They never really had a resource problem. Victory points returning Coco. So they did that several times. I think they got 3. You can increase by 1 or 2 points. Increase or decrease the number of temple advancements received when performing the worship by 1. So that would have made a difference because, whatever they did, 2, 3, 4. So it would have been another 4 points there. That one would have been a pretty good chunk. Increase or decrease the number per technology tile wouldn't have been big in this play. For additional difficulty increase, whenever the decrease reaches a major step on the temple or avenue of the dead, it discards a random discovery tile in addition to the printed rewards. That part wouldn't have been bad. Thank you, Rodrigo. So that was Teotihuacan. I think last time I played this, I'd have to look again, but I was around 166 or so. I played with Joe with Board Games for Two, I remember. And I was at like 166, he was at 165. Maybe he was at 166 and I was at 167. I beat him by a point. It was coming down to the last Eclipse and in-game scoring, and we both just kept... And then Paul, I want to say, was sitting around 140, 138, something like that. Can't remember. I got it visually in my head. I'll have to look at what the exact scores are. But yeah, man, for everybody that stuck around to the end, really do appreciate it. I got this game because I love it. I love how crunchy it is, and this was good. I think normally this solo probably plays in an hour and a half to 2 hours, right? When you're not having to like talk it out like I am, or I was for the stream. It was 30 minutes in and I was doing my second turn. So there also might have been a time or two I forgot to move this. Anytime there's any of those like little upkeep things like that, there's a chance that I forget to do them. But yeah, that was, I don't know, that was the game. Appreciate everybody that stuck around this long. Rodrigo, yeah, man, thank you for jumping in. I assume that you also got this and you were just watching to see it played out. Yeah, check out that solo app. I think it makes it much better than having to... It's basically this, and I'm not saying this is written poorly, but like every time you roll the dice, one, you have to roll the dice. You get to alchemy, you've got to read, if the bot has at least one worker on, it began making sense. Like I probably could have done it, but man, that app is awesome. So yeah, so Dennis, also appreciate you sticking it through. Michael, I assume you're sitting somewhere in the background. Appreciate you making it to the end. I'm gonna go because it's getting late, and I'll probably just leave this on the table because it's massive and it took me way too long to put together. One thing I will say for all of you guys that got it, count your little Avenue of the Dead houses. I was actually a short one. Now, Board and Dice, great company. They are sending me a replacement, right, at no charge or whatnot. But definitely count because you should have 11. I only had 10. So one of the reasons you should check your components even when it is this many. But yeah, Michael, you have a good night. Everybody else, you have a good night. as always, please like, comment, subscribe. All those things help us, help our channel grow. We'll see you guys later.